not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla. Make it. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. Yo, shout out to Jadakiss. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. It's your boy Big Vern, still getting it in on a Monday here in the Midwest. Having a great time here in the studio. Shout out to everybody who's rocking with us. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Also, share the content. It goes a long way. It helps the channel. We love it when you do that. Side note, all you butthurt New England tightwad fans, the childs are having a moment and collapsing in the chat, and I'm gonna light y'all up again because you know what happened, you know. But back to the college game, because that's why we here. We do this. You just joining us. The first segment, I had to put some respect on Kirby Smart's name. I say, boy, keep my name out your damn mouth. Now, I've heard Kirby Smart talk, and he sounds nothing like Foghorn Leghorn. And at times he can be cartoonish and silly, but yeah, Georgia was having none of that from Texas. And then Cam Ward and Mario Cristobal, they roll into L&N Stadium in Louisville, Kentucky, and proceed to beat the Bird Gang down. And if you are an L1C4 faithful, rest in peace, Big John. Where do you think this is a disappointing season for Coach Brom and the Cardinals? Where do you go? Where do you go? So from the ACC to the Big Ten, Indiana. I couldn't wait to cover this. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know I'm a homer. I'm a homer, but I talk to you within reason. Indiana beat the hell out of Nebraska. And I know everybody was running their mouth. Oh, Nebraska, they on their way back because they beat Colorado. I'm just like, wait a minute. That was a 4-8 team last year. And they beat them, and Dion's got them playing really well now. But what I was sitting there saying was that was his debut, and this year they came out flat, but you know, okay. And that's how they got ranked. They lost to Illinois, which Illinois wasn't playing hella tight. And we'll get to them because the Fighting Illini, I got to give them their respect. But what you saw from Indiana early, the posting of the blowouts, the beating of people. Indiana's undefeated in the Big Ten. And for all of that, everybody was saying that, well, they haven't played anybody. And I would sit there and be like, y'all got shit for brains? Or y'all just listen to people talk crazy about games they don't even watch? Insert Indiana whooping on some ass. Now, Nebraska, you can't beat nobody rushing for 70 yards for the entire game. Not a quarter, not a half, but the game. And I knew Nebraska had problems because they don't score points in the back half of games. The third and fourth quarter, they take it off and they pretty much give up leads, and they will keep you in the game, to put it nicely. But when you're behind the 8 ball and your third down efficiency 16 times, and you only convert 7 of them, yeah, you go for it on fourth down 5 times and you still come up short. You fumbling the ball around, interceptions. Raiola looked like he was super average for all of the hype saying that this kid was levels above his class. I did not see that. Out of a swarming Indiana defense. And before this even took off, I told people, you don't know what this is going to look like, because Kurt Cignetti and all these guys, even though they came from James Madison, they're Alabama guys. They were all under Saban. They were all Alabama dudes. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, wait a minute, this is going to look like nothing you've ever seen before. High five me, I was right. Go back and check the files. Look at our page. Yeah, I'm Himothy. I do this. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, Nebraska held on to the ball for 32 minutes and 8 seconds. And all you had to show for it was 7 points? 7 points. And they always talk. Nebraska likes to run their mouth. You didn't really beat us. We beat ourselves and yada, yada, yada. Come on now. Y'all got y'all's ass kicked. Y'all got a Bloomington size ass whooping. I loved every minute of it. Now you all know I am an Indiana diehard. I'm a homer. I make no bones about it, but I am fair. Okay, I am fair. That's to be said, but oh my God. What a time to be alive. Give me a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern.
Better pizza, better ingredients. If you got the app open, you can go ahead and check out the Shakaroni Pizza, $12.99, and that's for members only. And then there's Papa Pairings. You get 2 and more when you pair the papadilla. You get the cookies, you get the breadsticks, and the whole shebang. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Yeah, Papa John's. Make sure you get you a pizza this evening. Watch some Monday Night Football. So Curtis Rourke, I want to say that guy, he's a guy who's flying under the radar because he's so efficient. That dude, his skill set, he only had 21 throws, converted 7 of them for 189 yards and a score. I was like, oh my God, the run game. Oh my goodness. Justice Ellison is showing that his grit and his toughness as a back in the Big Ten. 9 touches, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then Ty Lawson, he actually had 8 touches, 64 yards in the score. Keelan Black, that dude had 4 touches, 22 yards in the score. I mean, who else did you want? Elijah Green. Elijah Green had 4 touches, 11 yards in the score. It was a running back by committee and death by 1,000 cuts. Death by 1,000 cuts. Miles Cross, 7 grabs, 65 yards in the score. Oh my goodness. Elijah Surratt, 3 grabs, 65 yards in the score. You just throwing that thing around. Miles Price, that dude registered 3 grabs, 23 yards in a score. He was spreading it around. At one point, he had 7 to 8 guys in double figures and digits and catching and throwing. Oh my goodness. Sack lunch. You got guys who are getting that sack lunch. Mikhail Kamara, he wanted that sack lunch. You got a sack lunch. It was like Oprah. You get an interception. You get an interception. You get a sack lunch. It was a beating from the special teams. It was a beating from the damn run game. The run game was crazy enough. Indiana put up 215 yards rushing on Nebraska. They hung that on them. They hit them hard in the air, 280 through the air, 215 on the ground, 24 first downs. And then you got to look at the efficiency. They were only behind the 8 ball 9 times. They converted 5 of them. Yeah, that's pretty freaking good. 50-50 on 4th downs. If I'm going to be nitpicky, I can talk about the interception or I can talk about the 4 penalties for 46 yards. And that's being me being nitpicky. But you see how efficient that is? There's no way in the world Nebraska can look at this and say we've improved from last year to this year. Taking that kind of whooping, taking that kind of beating, that was bad. That was bad. Give me a quick rap album we promoting, and we can close this out. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern. You know how we do. Promoting another rap album this month. Overcast. Cast Got Wings. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the album is Up, Pay Me a Grip, Caught Up, Beat It Up, and many more. Overcast. Cast Got Wings. In stores now. Yeah, shout out to Cast Got Wings. Go ahead and get that out. That Pay Me a Grip. Pay Me a Grip. That whole, I'm sorry. Y'all know how we do around here. We actively promote and listen to hip hop. Don't play with us. Anyway, next 5 games for the Indiana Hoosiers. You got Washington. And that's at home in Bloomington, on the road against Michigan State. Then the showdown with Michigan. Michigan comes to Bloomington. Then we turn around and go to Ohio State in the Horseshoe and Purdue. I want to call my shot right now so bad. But looking at these last gambit of games, I have Indiana only losing to Ohio State. And I think that's going to be a bigger fight than most people anticipate. Hopefully. Hopefully. But if you're an Indiana fan, get in here, man. Get in here in the comments. This guy, Curt Cignetti, he's united the state. I was at a function. I was at a retreat over the weekend. And after I saw the game, of course. And there was so much pride and so many people talking about Indiana football. It's resonating all over the state, from southern Indiana to northern Indiana. Get in the comments now.